Are you an investigator or an escort?
I'm neither. And both.
Neither and Both is a short film about a young woman by the name of Rachel Hunter. And Rachel is somewhat of a mix of a private investigator and a call girl. And so historically, she's been paid to expose men's affairs and, in her words, to provide leverage to those willing to pay for it.
I think everything Rachel does is essentially a power play. And I think that the way that she can most effectively manipulate people is by reading what she thinks that they want from her and playing that 110%.
What makes Neither and Both stand out as a project, I think, is the fact that it's told from a female perspective. And the thing that struck me the most about Neither and Both is it wasn't a script that I'd read before.
Well, when I first got the script and read it, I was really excited. And mainly because it's rare that you get a script with female characters that have layers, that aren't so black and white. It's entertaining, it's a good story, and you're gonna see dynamic women. And we need more of these stories.
A lot of times when you read material or see material, it either has excellent structure or really good dialogue, but not both. And I think that this story has both. I think it has a very clear beginning, middle, and end. There's a couple of interesting fake outs where you think you're seeing one thing and then it's something else.
I think Neither and Both is a story that's written by somebody who really wants to tell a unique story. And I don't think there's a Neither and Both out there in the indie film fundraising world.
When we challenge ourselves as filmmakers, as writers, as storytellers, I think that's when we do our best work. And this was a very challenging and difficult script to write.
Even though it's a more serious theme, it's explored in a really fun, fast, slick way that makes it exciting.
That is what this movie is. It's a chance to take this sort of like very tense, high stakes, kind of like testosterone sort of narrative and then just fill it with female characters and let the guys be the marks and let the women be in charge and calling the shots.
And I think that that is not something that's been explored a whole lot, at least from the lens of Rachel, from the lens of a female anti-hero.
There's the scene of you guys exchanging purses in the alleyway.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first things that I came up with because that's a scene that's normally like, it's like two guys and it's drugs and money. And,
or a briefcase.
Yeah, and it's like, they're always like, you know, the tough, like, hey, you got the stuff? You got the stuff, man. You know, it's like,
you got the purse.
You got the purse. And so I thought it'd be so much fun
to
take that and see it from a female perspective.
I liked that it was a story that was complete, yet you wanted more from each character.
It actually flows together well. From beginning to end, you're kind of hanging on by the edge of your seat, wondering how the story is going to unfold, and then it ends and it kind of leaves you just, oh my God, I want more.
I think it stands on its own as a short film. That was the original concept when I read it. But it raises so many interesting questions and introduces us to so many interesting characters that I think if it were to gain momentum, it could absolutely be pitched as a pilot or a web series.
It's an opportunity to tell a story here that's not going to be told by anyone else.
And it's diverse, and it's an awesome cast.
Every single person working on this film is amazing and creative and talented in their own right. And when you have a bunch of those people working together on the same project, I think the possibilities are endless.
One of the reasons that Hannah and I work together so well is that we have a really great friendship. And I think that...
I hate this guy. I don't know what he's talking about.
It's for the Kickstarter.
Sorry.
You know, it's a really interesting time to be a filmmaker because these resources that weren't available 10 years ago are now. You have the opportunity to tell any story that you want. And I think Neither and Both is a story that people are missing, but they don't know that they're missing it. And so I'm incredibly excited to take this project filled with these amazing people and bring it right to an audience and say, literally, do you want to see it?